Hello, and welcome to Old Time Knits. This is episode 38, and today is October 1st, 2024. My name is Marie, and I'm coming to you from central New Hampshire. You can find me on Instagram and Ravelry as Old Time Knits. This is my channel where I talk all about my love of fibery goodness, my love of knitting, sometimes crochet, sometimes spinning, and any other good yarny stuff I might fall into. So if this sounds like something you would enjoy, then come on in and let's get started. All right, I also wanted to mention that I will have the winners of the giveaway from last episode that was celebrating my 2-year anniversary of the podcast. We will do that later in the episode. But to start things off, I'm going to start with finished objects. And my first one was a test knit. Now complete. Here it is. I'm going to put one down. These are the Apple Orchard Socks by Judy Jewell of the Autumn Acorn. And what a fantastic little knit. Look at the little ruffle. So she just released these just this past weekend. So September maybe 29th, 28th. I don't know. I lost track of the days again. But what a fantastic little pattern. I chose to do the shorty option. There is an option that is a little bit longer. This is a 64 stitch and has an adorable little ruffle at the cuff, top down. And then this fantastic stitch pattern, which was an easy 4-row repeat. I was able to memorize it, so I was really happy with that. So yeah, and these are a gift. I don't know if you can see this, but this is a sparkle base. So it's got some, I don't think you're going to be able to really see it. On the toes, heels, and cuffs, I used a sparkle. So I'm going to talk about the yarns. The yarn is the main skein that I used was from a guy I said who's no longer doing yarn, which is a sad thing because he was really fun and really good. And it was Knit and Bro, and it was on his fingering weight base, and it's in the red velvet colorway. So bummer that he's not around anymore. But I used 55 grams, so I still have a lot left. I'm sorry, I used 45 grams, so I still have 55 left. So under 50 grams for a smaller foot. This is a woman's, I would guess this is like around a size 8. I'm pretty sure that's what I did. And then the contrast color, I said the wrong name the last time. This is called Apple Picking. It's by Tippy Tree Yarns. And I don't have the ball band, but this is on her sparkle base. It's so fun to add sparkle to your socks. Oh my gosh. And the recipient of these will absolutely love them. So what a great pattern. So if anybody out there is interested, it's now available. And even if you just want to go over to Ravelry and have a look-see, it helps move the pattern up on the Ravelry page so that it makes it so it gets seen by more people. It is a fantastic knit. So cute. So cute. So yes, that was my first finished object. And I'm going to warn you, my finished objects today are all smalls again because I've been on the go a lot. My next finished object is part of my 12 skeins of self-striping knit down, if you will. And I had 12 skeins of self-striping, which I would like to knit through by the end of the year. And I doubt that that's going to happen, but it's okay. I'm having a good time. So I try to film each time I finish a project and select a new skein because it's really fun to see. So this was a pair of socks. I don't have blockers for these, but it's a pair of socks. these are for my grandson for Christmas. And so I just do shorty socks for them. For him, I used to do 40 cast on, and I think I went up to a 44 because he's growing like a weed. And he needs a little bit more give when he slides it on. I just do 12 rows for the cuff, 10 rows, and then start the heel flap and gusset when I do the shorties. And that's all they wear. They don't wear the longer sock. So the yarn is Woolens and Nosh, who I have a lot of. And this is her DK weight. Sorry, I forgot to say they were DK. US 3.25 millimeter needle. And this is her 100% superwash merino in the percolated colorway. I love this color. Fabulous color. So yeah, so that is skein number 2 out of my 12. Out of my 12. And if I haven't already, I will insert some video footage of these things as I go. And then skein number 3, I chose to make a pair of mittens. Aww, is this not such a happy color? I love the random green stripe. So this is the World's Simplest Mittens. I do have 2 of them here. This pattern is by Tin Can Knits, and it is really the simplest, best explained mitten pattern. They do that with all of their patterns. They just are the best. So these are for my granddaughter for Christmas. And the yarn that I used, and I am not sponsored, but it is Woolens and Nosh. And this is in our high twist DK in the berry basket colorway. And this was a set, and it came along with a random color in it. I say random, it's, goes very nicely with it. So that is skein number 3 out of my 12 skein stash. And so on these, I just started with this color and whipped on through. And then for the thumb, which the gusset ended here, I had to pick up, I just used that random skein there, and it matches perfectly. But rather than try to wind off or pull off any more off of the larger main skein, I just did it that way. It worked out really good. So she's going to be so happy with those. So that was skein number 3. Ooh, I might have lost count already. But anyway, like I said, I will be doing the video footage of it, and then you can see what I chose next. The skein that I chose next, I do not have the project with me. It is my car knitting, and I just barely, a little bit, maybe the cuff cast on, so I didn't bother bringing that along. So, are you sick of socks yet? I hope not. I have one more. These were my car knitting, and these ones are for me. Here they are. Ah. Love, love, love it so much. Do you have 2 of them here? These are for, did I say for me? These are very near and dear to my heart. So look at the speckling on this. It's just fabulous. Just fabulous. DK, 48 stitches on a US 3.25 millimeter needle. And I did forget to say that I have project pages to everything that I show and talk about today. This is the yarn that is part of, hang on, let me show you the tag. This is Yarn Inc., who I love. And this is part of her offensive crew. I had shown a couple of skeins a few podcasts back And I don't want to offend anybody. I'm not going to say the name, but I'm going to show it. Hope I don't offend anybody. This is the name, and this is very near and dear to my heart because I have a 30-something son who's a 20-year survivor of cancer. So I thought it was appropriate for me to have a pair of cancer socks. Look at this yarn. I just love all of the things that she does. It is spectacular. So many colors, so much beautiful blurring of it in those socks. It's just, it was a joy to knit these the whole way. Well, and because, you know, they have special meaning. So I would have knit some for my son, but he's not knit worthy at all. What is up with that? It's okay. He doesn't need to be. I knit him a hat once. God knows where it went. Anyway, the contrast is just a random skein that I had. I want to say, I'm pretty sure that this is a Plucky Knitter Primo DK. Yeah, and it's just a simple teal color. I just thought they went really well together. So I do have some leftovers of this. Not sure what I'm going to do with it, but I will think of something because I want to use every bit. It's so precious. So yeah, so that is finished object number 4. Are you sick of me and my socks yet? So sorry, I don't have any larger projects to share this time. Been a lot of on-the-go stuff. So and then the last finished object I have, my friend Judy from the Autumn Acorn, we both like very similar podcasts. We watch very similar people. We like, you know, people that are quiet and soothing and calm and bring that to us. And we both recently found a new to us podcast. It was pretty funny because I didn't know Judy was watching her, and I was going to tell her about her, and then Judy mentioned her to me, and then we just went off on a tangent and talked all about her. Anyway, this woman's name is Mawan, and she's from Israel, and her podcast is called Crochet Object, and she is a crochet designer, knitwear too, I think, and some knitting, but her home is just beautiful. And she just does, she did Vlogust, and that was how I found her. She's so relaxing and so chill, and she does some cooking. It's a vlog style. I really like her. Anyway, all that to say, she mentioned on one of her Vlogust episodes that she had a pattern on her blog. So I went onto her blog and I found it, and this is what I made. So these are hot pads, and I just thought they were so cute. So this is crochet. I used a size J hook, which is a 6mm, and a super simple pattern. I am just a basic crocheter. I have not done a whole lot of fancy, and I was able to whip these up. It just takes a couple of hours to whip them up. So I did a couple of them, and I loved it so much, I'm going to do some more. These are great for under your potted plants as well. Sometimes I put a tray under my potted plants, and I stick one of these under the tray so it doesn't, you know, wreck your furniture or whatever, but they are definitely thick enough for a great hot pad. So I only have one of the yarns that I used because I used up the other one and then threw the ball band away. So one of them I used is Patton's worsted, and this is 100% wool, 100% pure new wool. And this is readily available at Joann's or Michael's, very reasonably priced. And this is 100 grams, and it's just called Natural Mix color. And I held this double with Let Lopey in a gray color, and the two of them combined made this, which I love because it's not just straight up gray. It's kind of mild and muted, or heathered. Excuse me. So yeah, this is a great pattern. It's a free pattern. It's on her blog. I will link all the information for her podcast and for this blog down below. I think you should check her out. She is fantastic, and you know, their country is dealing with a lot of turmoil right now, and she manages to find the good in every day, and it's pretty phenomenal that she can do that. So that is all for my finished objects. I'm sorry it was very sock heavy. It's just been a lot of on the go stuff. So the socks are, for me, one of the better options for on the go. So let me see what else I have. Okay, on to whips. I have just 2 whips currently. I am scheduled to go connect with my local yarn store to do a sample knit, I think. So I'm going to hold on casting on anything, which is almost impossible sometimes. I have the urge to cast on all the things, especially because I had so many finished items. So anyway, my first work in progress was a work in progress in my last video, and I had just started it, and this is it. This is the Elements cardigan by Mini-Me Knit Designs, and this is a mohair cardigan. It is a top-down raglan, super simple, super easy. She has some purl ridges going across every so many rows down it, and I opted not to do that. I am here on both sleeves. I have them on hold because I'm doing a little bit of yarn management, and I am super scared I'm going to run out. So I am to here. And I still need to add a little bit more. I'm actually on the ribbing here. I need to add a little bit more ribbing to, you know, another inch or so of ribbing. And then I need to do, to try it on and see where I'm at with the length on the sleeves. I think I need to go a little bit further and then some ribbing. Obviously, I need to do some decreases there too. And then I have to do a button band up both sides. It is so nice and so lightweight yet warm. So I brought this with me on a knitting retreat that I went to, and I'll talk about that in a minute, but it's really mind-boggling because these are my 4 colors, and nobody really thought that was going to marl into what it did. And I didn't know either. I just was trying to use stuff out of my stash. I don't know if you can see it. It shows more of the blue in on camera, but it is just the prettiest tones. So I had 2 of each of the different colors, 2 skeins of each, and it's like 459 yards, I think. Yeah, on each skein. So I do still have some left, but it's getting kind of down there, and so we'll see how far I can make it. And then I thought, if I don't have enough to do both sleeve cuffs and the button band, that I probably could do I can probably find either some colors close to this, or I can stash dive and use whatever I have for mohair in my stash that will go with it. So it's a lot to think about, and I worked really hard on this the whole time we were at our retreat, so I have it just set aside for the moment because I have to use a little bit of brain power, and I don't have any left right now, but it is such a great cardigan, Elements cardigan, so I will leave a link for my project page down below so that you can see what this is all about. It's so good. So if you have mohair, I mean, you could just grab, you know, random skeins, and just keep going, and it really wouldn't matter. So I did not know that I would get that color combination, but the ladies at the retreat really, really liked it. So that is my first work in progress. And like I said, I'm just got to think about it for a little bit here and figure out what I want to do to complete that. So, all right, my next project is in a little fall project bag, and this is Little Robin Cottage. I've talked about her before. I got this a while ago. And this is a project that I'm super, super proud of. It may not look like too much when I show it, but I could not be more thrilled. So let me get it situated here. Here it is. This is a hat for my husband. I don't know how the best way to show it. And I know that it just doesn't really look like all that much. It's just a hat, whoopee. But the reason it's so exciting is because I am using my very own Handspun. Stop, you guys. I actually spun this and did all the things that I was supposed to do. And now I'm knitting him a hat. Come on. That's so exciting. I did not think I would ever be able to do that. And you see the lumps and bumps along the way, which is what makes it so darn spectacular. I am not using a pattern. I am on a US 7. I did the ribbing for the hat on a US 5, and he likes a hat that he can, flip up. So I just did 1x1 ribbing on the cuff area, and then I'm just doing a basic stockinette on the main portion, and I will just look up a hat for the decreases as I go. But he was very adamant when he saw me spinning this yarn that he wanted a hat. So here I am. He doesn't know I have it cast on, but while I was at the retreat, I was able to work on it, and it's a good stockinette project for, you know, TV watching or not, you know, podcast watching or whatever the case may be. So super excited. I can't believe that I actually spun this. It's just mind-boggling to me that I was able to do that. So that is super exciting to me. All right, hang tight. Let me see what else that I have. Okay, on to the winners for my giveaway from the last podcast. Thank you to everybody who commented. It was really hard not answering the comments. I normally would answer them pretty quickly, but I opted not to do that because it trips up the when you do the random comment generator, it trips it up. So I just went and hearted all of them, but please know that I read every single comment and all of your nice comments on my bedroom remodel and all of the things. So thank you so much for supporting me for the last couple of years. I hope to keep going, and hopefully we can have some more fun along the way. So the prize package, the first one was for this Stroll Tweed mini set. And the way you entered was to comment below the video either the Stroll pack, or the other one was the Sweet Georgia Party pack. Sorry, this is the one that glares so much. So the winner of the stroll, and I will put it on the screen here, is Karen SH-E8L. So congratulations, Karen. And if you could send me an email, my email is here. It's oldtimeknitting@gmail.com, and get me your address information, and so I can ship that out to you. And then the winner of the party pack was Teresa Knitting Dancer 9052. And again, if you could reach out to me at my email, so I can get your information and I can get those shipped out to you. So that was so super fun to be able to do that and to think that I reached that little milestone. I didn't know if when I started podcasting if I would stick it out, but I did manage to do that and I'm pretty proud of myself. So and I just love all the comments. You know, I said a little while ago that I enjoy podcasters that are kind of chill and don't have a lot of hoopla going on, but I really like some of the vlogging and I enjoy doing that too. So I'm just honored to think that I'm on somebody's list to watch. I really, really appreciate that. All right, I'm just going to talk for a few minutes. That's the end of the knitting content. So if you were just here for that, then thank you again so much. And I will see you in the next one. And I'm going to move on to a little bit of chit chat. My friend Judy and I went to a retreat. We went last year as well in September in Maine, in Kennebunk, Maine. And it's the New England Knitters group that gets together. And it was super, super special. It was hysterical. All we did was laugh, laugh, laugh and have fun. And we dragged our friend Sue along, and a shout out to Jan, who coordinates all of this and makes for such a relaxing but fun time. And, you know, just random silliness throughout. I will share some footage with you for just a little bit. I didn't video a whole lot because we were just too busy having so much fun. But it was a lovely time, and always look forward to it again the following year, even more so now. So thank you, Jan, for hosting and for having us, and hope we weren't too loud and rowdy and all of that, but I'm pretty sure we weren't. And, you know, shout out to Jean and shout out to Mary, who had a little bit of fun with my phone at one point when I wasn't looking. It's just silly things like that that really make it loads of fun. So that was one thing. And then the other thing, so on a personal note, I wanted to talk about a fun thing that happened to us. We have just acquired a seasonal campsite at one of our favorite campgrounds. We go there often every summer. And so if you don't know, a seasonal site is where you take your camper and you just park it on site for the entire season, which runs May through October. We could not be more excited. We went on a wait list and we were not anticipating getting a site. The wait list is pretty long, for another year, maybe two. And so I don't know who was watching out for us, but it happened and we are beyond thrilled. So it means no more towing of the camper. And this is for now. We don't know what life's going to hold. We would like to do some traveling at some point, but in the meantime, you know, I can just grab the grandkids and go up during the week in the summer if I want. I mean, it's awesome. Absolutely awesome. So that was pretty exciting. All right, I do think that is all I have to offer for today. Thank you so much for watching and joining me and letting me waffle on about all the nonsense in addition to all the knitting fun. Again, I will have everything linked down below. And I hope that you are well, and I hope that you are getting lots of knitting or fibery things into your day. All the best to everybody, and I will see you the next time. Bye.